Hello, welcome to another edition of North Coast History and Haunts. In today's episode, we take a look at the statuary of the Soldiers and Sailors Monument in downtown Cleveland. This amazing monument was designed by Levi Schofield. He was a Cleveland native, he was an architect as well as a veteran of the Civil War. With assistance from his wife, they created this amazing monument that took over a year and a half to build. And it was dedicated on July 4th in 1894. And it was dedicated to the Civil War veterans of Cuyahoga County. This monument and statuary were groundbreaking and revolutionary for a number of ways, which we're going to talk about. The statuary not only depicts the progression of the war, but the different branches of the war as well, from the Navy to the artillery to the cavalry to the infantry. In this one, we see the Navy practicing their mortar rounds. They're firing on the Mississippi River at Island number 10. This particular statue was groundbreaking, the fact that for the first time it shows an African American soldier fighting alongside his white counterparts. This was never done before this time. Here they're loading this mortar up and they're preparing to fire. You can see how new and fresh their uniforms are, as well as they're clean shaven. This would change as the war went on. This is a deck mounted mortar, and you can see how massive that shell is. In this next set of statues, we take a look at the artillery division. The artillery division is pointing a camera, and the commander is indicating he wants to move the cannon to the right. This particular statue was groundbreaking because for the first time, it's going to depict a Union death. What the captain does not understand is, as he points and wants the cannon to be moved in that direction, his two front men have been shot and killed. What Levi Schofield was brilliantly depicting here is that war is hell, and war should be a last resort. This next set of statues was really important to Levi Schofield. Levi Schofield served in the Ohio 103rd Volunteer Color Guard. He started out as a private and served at the Battle of Resaca, Georgia, which is depicted here. All the men in his unit were either killed or wounded in this battle. This would represent the midpoint of the war, and the war at this point could go either way. This is a particularly violent and gruesome detail of the war. The men's dead bodies literally hang over the side of the statue. It's somewhat hard to see from the ground, but from up above you can just see how brutal and incredibly gruesome this depiction of the war really is. This also was only one of the 4 statues that Levi Schofield was actually depicting at a very specific point in the battle. There's Levi Schofield leading the charge. He put himself into the statue. The flag that they're carrying was dropped. It took them a day and a half to retrieve it, which was a very big deal. Not only are there 2 dead men on the ground, but the man carrying the flag has also just taken a bullet to the forehead. This was a Union loss at Resaca, Georgia. And at this point, the war could really have gone either way. This final depiction is the Cavalry Division. In this statue, the Union has finally broke through the Confederate lines. it was unusual for Confederates to be depicted in a statue in the North. It's not really ending too well for the South here, as one soldier is getting shot directly in the forehead, and the commander is trying to rally his troops for one last charge. However, as he looks back, he discovers to his horror that there is nobody there and he's all alone. Schofield was brilliant for telling a story within a story. This would represent the Union finally getting the advantage and ultimately winning the war. If you look just how ragged and rough these soldiers look, it's in stark contrast from when the war started. The Union is trying to push through the Confederate lines, and the South is desperately trying to hold them back. There's a guy sounding a bugle at the backside, and he's trying to rally the troops to push through for one final, ultimate push. If you get a chance, visit the Soldiers and Sailors Monument in downtown Cleveland. There's an interior location of the monument, and it depicts the names of all the men of Cuyahoga County who fought in the Civil War, as some more amazing statues on the inside. If you get a chance, visit. It's open year-round, it's free, it's right in downtown Cleveland. We hope you enjoyed today's video and stay tuned for more.